I'm going to start this video a little bit different than how I usually start my videos. I'm going to start it by asking you guys a question. I want you guys to leave your answers in the comment section. Of course, it's your own opinion. The question I'm going to ask is, do you believe there are too many Indians in Canada? Let your thoughts be known in the comment section. Now, I want when you're leaving your thoughts, it's unbiased and it's not hateful. But I want you to just leave your realistic opinion of your thoughts. Do you believe there are too many Indians in Canada? And I'm asking this question because I was having a conversation with an Indian friend of mine. And coincidentally, that person believed that there's too many Indians in Canada. Now, let's give you guys a bit of a stat. In 2024, at the end of 2024, there's estimated to be an average of 1 million international students in Canada. That simply means there's 1 million persons studying in Canada and an international study permit at the moment. It's a little bit noisy, I'm outside as you guys can see. From that 1 million, there's an estimated 632,000, which is Indians, which is far more than 50%. If you do the maths, it's roughly close to 60%, being, well, over 60%, 63% to be exact, right? That's an overwhelming majority. And I believe that because there are so many Indians in Canada, that is the reason why Indians are somewhat targeted, because of course there are now what is called the majority of the visible minority. So most sectors are then going to be dominated by this demographic because there's simply more of this group than any other immigrant group at this present moment. But do you guys believe that it's fair or it's unfair for such a large focus to be placed on an individual country rather than having the share of the pie being spread out across the world? Or do you believe that they are doing something that is working for them, so if it's not broken, why fix it? That's the question I want you guys to answer. That's the question I want you guys to answer genuinely. Do you believe that there is a downside to having so many Indians in Canada, or if it's really a boost to the population and it's all positives and people are just making a mountain out of a hill? Again, I want your thoughts to be shared in the comment section right down below. Immigration is something that's been a constant topic for the past 2 years. Canada has been known as being a very inclusive country. And Canadians typically in the past know that the country depends on immigration for population sustainability and also for the labor market, because there are simply not enough persons in Canada to fill all the void. So immigration was something that was looked upon with great admiration because Canadians understand that there's just not enough people to fill all the void. So if anything, they knew that the country would be reliant heavily on immigration. Now, over the past 2 years, Canadians have frowned upon immigration, and immigration is almost a challenge right now, where a lot of Canadians are doing anti-immigration protests, and equally, a lot of immigrants are even doing a lot of protests as well for anti-Canada, for, let's call it that word. A lot of immigrants group in Canada, they are doing protests for different things around the world, like different wars, different things that's going on in different countries. And they're actually doing it on Canadian soil. In some cases, some persons have actually used the Canadian flag in a derogatory manner, right? So now there's a lot of conflict between immigrants and Canadians. Now, Canadians are seemingly very xenophobic right now, in opposed to what it was previously. Now, with that, a lot of persons blame the fact that there are just so many persons coming in. A lot of persons blame COVID. There's a lot of persons blame the government. There's so many blames shifting going around. But the truth of the matter is, nobody knows the truth. Nobody has a real answer to this question. But it is a dire situation that's really getting worse and worse by the day. It's almost like a constant conflict now between immigrants and Canadians. It's almost like the xenophobia is at an all-time high. And opposed to in the past, where immigrants were accepted with open arms and love and being a part of a welcoming community, things are a lot different right now. Instead, a lot of immigrants are being faced with hostile and hostility and just not as welcoming as it was before. Even though, of course, you still have people who are very welcoming to immigrants, regardless of the demographic, but the majority is, it's very, in other words, immigration is blamed for all the challenges that's going on right now in Canada. unemployment rate all-time high, housing crisis, cost of grocery going up. All of these factors are being blamed, and the fact that there's an influx of immigrants coming into Canada. But what are your thoughts? Do you believe that these rhetorics are true? Do you believe that it's because of one specific group? As we mentioned, is there too many Indians in Canada? Or do you believe that it's just blame shifting and there's nothing that could have been done about it, because of course COVID-19 was a global pandemic and it affected all the countries in the world, including Canada. So there has to be a rebound period, so the economy would have felt it one way or the other. What do you guys think in the comment section? Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know. I'm really interested in this topic. And again, I want to say that this video is not intended to cause hate to any group, especially I've done a couple of videos in the past where I spoke about Indians and their role in Canada, and a lot of persons see those videos and they think that we are anti-Indian or we are kind of spilling hate or anything like that, but that's not the case. On this channel, what we do, we really speak about things that affect Canadian immigration, and as an immigrant, what is our life like, the day in, day outs of what our lives are like factually. We're not here to paint a picture to make a group look good or make a group look bad, but we're here to paint a realistic picture of what to expect if it is that you're moving to Canada. And as it is right now, these are conversations that's going on right now in the public space. So we have to talk about it. We can't avoid it. We can't pretend like it's not happening. We can't pretend like it's not there. We can't shut our eye and it goes away. So we speak about it. And we encourage persons to be respectful as best as possible. And that's all we can do, in truth and in fact. If you guys like this conversation, let me know by subscribing to our channel. We are almost at 16,000 subscribers, but we can't do it without your help. So if you haven't subscribed already, take this opportunity to hit that subscribe button. If you like the conversation, if you like these kind of conversations, let me know by hitting that like button. And as I said, answer the question in the comment section. Is there too many Indians in Canada? Let's talk about it.